So one of the things, like when I said about separation, getting away from people so you can understand who you are, what you are, and then but when is the time to come back? Like, and then how you know, like,
I
because
think it's when you've like been on your own for so long, it's almost like you don't want to come back. And sometimes you don't want to come back because you're like, oh man, I got to do it because you're bombarded by a whole, you know, you just isolated yourself and now you didn't throwing yourself back in the pit. I think it's harder to come back, but I mean, you have to come back because it's the world. This is what you're supposed to experience. And I think it's different for everybody. You'll know when the right time to come back is. You'll see your entrance and be like, that's my shit. That's my shit. Let me go.
let me take my opportunity to come on in.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was thankful for you, because that was because we when we go through the dark night of the soul, we don't trust a lot of people. Everybody's out to get you, but yet nobody's out to get you, but everybody's out to get you. I mean, you know the experience. Like, you know what I'm saying? Can I eat with you because I can't trust you around my food because, you know, it's a lot.
Girl, the time I didn't trust my mama, I was like, what did you put in this?
That's what y'all hear what she said? Like, literally, that's a real thing. Because once it then happened, it's almost like, and that's the biggest trick, because that's what I wanted to say. That's the biggest trick of the enemy, is to keep you isolated when your soul family and your soul tribe is really coming to love on you, because literally we are here now to love on each other. And when you get that love, that unconditional love, like this happened to me and everybody else is calling me crazy, but now I can talk to this person and we have very crazy similar stories stories and experiences. It's almost like, what if I didn't trust the email?
Ultimately, the world is a beautiful place. It is what you make it. And
yes,
you are here to experience it, not be on by yourself. You're here to experience everything that it has to offer.
yes.
So I believe you'll know when the right time to integrate back in. You know, because it'll be different for everybody. But you know, be proud of yourself that you took that time to isolate yourself and get a different perspective on it. Because not a lot of people can do that.
Period.
Especially in today's day and age, you know. That's
and this is one thing, and this would be my advice, and you could tell me what your advice would be to anybody that has experienced this. So I found solace in, when people try to reach out to me, I only FaceTime people. Like, I don't want to talk to you over the phone. If you're trying to connect with me, I got to FaceTime you because I got to be able to look at you. Mm-hmm. And that was how I experienced like all of the, you know, interactions with the people, because I couldn't trust people trying to catfish you, people trying to, you know, it's just a bunch of weird shit. So if a person can't FaceTime with me, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah. And that's a good way to be, because I learned that from you. I was like, that's a good idea, you know, because you never know what you're getting on the other end, where you know, what you get, you got a call from 11111 the other day.
Yes, it was yesterday.
She was like, if that ain't some shit, right there. It's like, you can't trust something that you cannot virtually see with your own, you know what I mean?
And it's the thing where it says using technology and gadgets with wisdom. Because y'all got to remember that this technology and gadgets are what people are using to target us, or what people are using to terrify us.
It's cheap and affordable. You can get something on Amazon that'll just jack your phone up. And it's like, people don't have discernment or morals when they're doing that.
Yes.
It's like, you know, so just take that extra precaution to protect yourself, because, you know, how easily can they tap into all your bank accounts right from your phone? Most people are doing mobile banking, you know, it's that's the day and age that we're living in. And we got to adapt to that. It's a real thing.
And it's sad, but it's true.
It is.
So this is where the time.
Go back to the 80s anytime.
1986. So listen, this is what y'all have to realize. Like, so would you give them any more advice, like a different set of advice as far as like what to do to connect with people.
I mean, there's always the technology is only gonna get. They're gonna come out with more technology, better technology. You know, it's a progress, and we're gonna have to learn how to progress with the times to protect ourselves. And I would say research. Research. If you're iffy on something, research it. Research it and find out all the possibilities to protect yourself before you walk into that room. You know, before you take that leap, because that knowledge is the one thing that they cannot take away from you, and it's free.
It's free.
And the more knowledge. What is it, G.I. Joe? The more you know,
the more you grow.
Yep.
And Catherine says, I prefer to at least minimally hearing their voice, hearing the inflections that are in their voices can still let you feel the vibrations. Right after embrace the conversation, Larisha said, and then that's when you start choking. Right after the embrace conversation, that's when you started choking. Okay, that's what she said. Well, to me, I don't want to talk to you over the phone. Because what happened to me, and I told y'all this story, when I was being gang stalked, they kept sending people to my social media page, liking my page, doing this, creating all types of Kevin Gates pages and all types of other weird shit. Like, and I showed it to Jessica because I'm like, this is not some made up stuff. But to me, it was like, how would a person know that I like Kevin Gates? Although I said it here. So it had to be somebody that was on my channel that was kind of like, following my story or whatever. But the amount of pages that these people were creating, it was outstanding, because is this like a little African village? And I only say African village because literally I FaceTime a person. And this person was a Loa, or, they claimed they were a Loa. And when I FaceTime this person looked at me in my face and backed up as if they just saw, like God said, don't touch her. Like, or they just realized they fucked up. Like, I fucked up.
Yeah.
And so when that person stepped back from me as if like, oh, I fucked up. People need to see your face. I need to see your face, because I need to see you at face value. I need to see your actions, because like I said, I'm a person, I watch body language.
Yep, so do I.
So when you start doing shit that basically says,
you're actually
I'm paying attention. Yes, you're not matching what you're saying.
That's a talent Pisces have. They see things that other people don't see.
And I'm still getting a gist of this, because even
how did you know that? Because I've seen it.
Yes, I watched you.
Yep.
And so it's like, that's why I also try to line my cameras up, because again, I'm talking to this camera because I'm looking at my YouTube things over here, but my YouTube is actually here. You see what I'm saying? So that's the other thing that I got to start lining up, to making sure that everything is appropriate, because that was a good catch for her. She said right after the embrace conversation is when I started choking. Because so then somebody basically not liking that conversation about people coming together. Because if I keep you isolated, I could target you. I could target you better when you're by yourself.
You're easier prey when you're by yourself.
Yes. And these people are preying on us. That's what they're trying to do. So
they need to get prayed up is what they need to do.
And stay prayed up. That's what they need to do.
They need to get prayed up.
And that's the other thing. Oh, so that led me to another thing. Look, here we go. See, this is how we don't get off. Because this is what needs to happen, okay? So, staying prayed up. And then people praying on you. So their thing was, when people are starting to question God, because God, why would you allow these people to keep attacking me? These people didn't go to God to get authority to attack you. That's why they're being eaten up. That's why that spirit also, when they start attacking, it starts to eat them up. And listen, these people, she said, tell them to go to God about it. Yes, tell them to go to God. So your prayer is important, because what I found out was it's a thing called a python spirit. With a python, how a python kills you is by
suffocation. Yeah.
Yes. And if they can take your prayers, then they got you.